What if the most profound secrets of ancient civilizations weren't carved in stone or etched on scrolls, but whispered through gestures, stances, and silent gazes? Imagine a hidden language understood by few that wielded unimaginable power, a silent empire dictating destinies. Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to the forgotten pages of history, where we embark on a journey through the ages to uncover the stories that never quite made it into the history books. Today, we delve into a profound mystery, an enigma veiled not by time, but by the very subtlety of human interaction, the forbidden power of ancient body language. For centuries, our understanding of the past has been meticulously pieced together from the tangible remnants of civilizations, the monumental architecture, the intricate pottery, the deciphered texts. We've studied the epic sagas, the legal codes, the sacred prayers, believing that in these explicit records lay the complete narrative of humanity's journey. Yet, what if we've been looking in the wrong place, or rather, neglecting an entire dimension of communication that was, in its own way, more potent and pervasive than any written word? What if silence, in its myriad forms, spoke volumes that even stone could not convey? Consider the elaborate hand signals of Egyptian pharaohs during sacred rituals. These were not mere flourishes, but precise, deliberate movements. Were they simple embellishments to spoken incantations, or did they carry a weight of meaning, an intrinsic power that connected the earthly ruler to the divine? Imagine the stoic postures of Roman senators debating laws, their every angle and shift communicating a nuanced message of authority, defiance, or alliance that transcended the spoken rhetoric. Picture the intricate dances performed in Mesoamerican courts. Movements so stylized and laden with symbolism that they served as a complex lexicon, conveying status, authority, and perhaps even divine will far beyond the reach of common understanding. In these moments, nonverbal communication was far more than mere accompaniment to speech. It was a primary means of conveying status, authority, defiance, and even divine will. It was, in essence, a primary language, albeit one shrouded in subtlety. Early anthropologists and historians, in their quest to decipher the past, often dismissed these subtle cues as incidental. Their focus, understandably, gravitated towards the more explicit, more easily quantifiable records. The inscriptions, the scrolls, the archaeological finds that screamed their stories from the dust. The silent signals, the fleeting gestures, the almost imperceptible shifts in posture, these were largely overlooked, considered mere cultural quirks or minor expressive additions to the real communication. But what if this oversight was profound, causing us to miss an entire dimension of historical truth? A layer of power and control that operated beneath the surface of official decrees and documented events. Today, new archaeological and linguistic insights are beginning to challenge this long-held perspective. Scholars are now suggesting that these subtle cues were not incidental at all, but part of a meticulously codified system. A system, moreover, that was often intentionally obscured from the common populace, rendering it a secret language, a tool wielded by the elite. This silent empire was not an accidental development, but a carefully constructed framework designed to influence political alliances, to solidify religious dogma, and to maintain social hierarchies. It was a language of power, a lexicon of control, operating in the shadows of history. As we delve deeper into this intriguing possibility, a host of profound questions emerge. Was this silent empire a universal code across ancient cultures, a fundamental, instinctual human language that manifested in diverse yet recognizable forms? Or did each civilization develop its unique, arcane, nonverbal vocabulary, an insular system known only to its initiates? The debates among scholars are fierce, fueled by the fragmented nature of the evidence. Yet the implications remain profound, inviting us to reconsider the very fabric of ancient societies. Some scholars propose a pan-human, instinctual foundation for certain gestures. They argue that deep within our shared human experience lies an innate capacity for nonverbal communication, a primal language of the body that transcends cultural boundaries. This foundational instinct, they suggest, evolved over millennia into culturally specific, powerful symbols. Think of a universal grimace of displeasure or a widespread gesture of welcome, which, while varying in precise form, convey similar underlying meanings across disparate societies. Under this perspective, the elaborate rituals of Egyptian pharaohs or the nuanced postures of Roman senators could be seen as sophisticated developments of these innate human signals, elevated to tools of governance and divinity. It posits a common thread running through the tapestry of human interaction, a shared ancient grammar of the body. However, other scholars argue for a different interpretation, one that emphasizes exclusivity and control. They propose that these systems were largely isolated, cult-specific, or elite-driven. From this viewpoint, the intricate nonverbal lexicons were intentionally designed to exclude and control. They were not for the masses, but for the select few, the high priests, the ruling class, the initiated members of secret societies. Imagine a coded handshake, a specific stance during a council meeting, or a precise sequence of hand movements during a religious ceremony that only a handful understood. Such a system would reinforce power dynamics, cementing the authority of those who knew the code and mystifying those who did not. It created a powerful barrier, an invisible wall between the rulers and the ruled, ensuring that the forbidden knowledge remained firmly in the hands of the powerful. A third, even more intriguing perspective posits that these gestures weren't just about communication or control, but about manipulating energy and invoking spiritual forces. This takes us into the realm of true forbidden power. This theory suggests that the precise movements, the deliberate stances, the silent gazes were not merely symbolic, but were believed to actively channel energies, to commune with deities, or even to exert influence over the natural world. In this view, the elaborate rituals were not just performances, but acts of spiritual engineering, with each gesture acting as a key to unlock hidden forces. This would explain why such knowledge would be so jealously guarded, held by high priests and rulers, for its misuse could spell disaster, and its mastery could confer unimaginable authority. The very silence of these actions might have amplified their perceived potency, suggesting a direct, unmediated connection to the divine or cosmic order. To reconstruct this forgotten lexicon, we are compelled to delve into historical accounts, searching for elusive descriptions of nonverbal practices. More significantly, we must decipher fragmented visual evidence, poring over the minute details captured in temple reliefs, scrutinizing ancient art for clues hidden in the postures of figures, and studying surviving ethnographic descriptions from later periods that might shed light on the persistence of similar nonverbal traditions. It's a painstaking process, akin to piecing together a vast, ancient mosaic where many tiles are missing, and the remaining ones offer only tantalizing glimpses of a grander design. Each sculpted hand, each painted stance, each ceremonial pose becomes a potential fragment of this silent dictionary, waiting to be understood in its full historical context. The implications of truly understanding this silent empire are profound. It challenges us to look beyond the surface of written history, to perceive the subtle currents of power and belief that shaped empires and controlled millions. It invites us to consider how much of human history has been communicated not through overt speech, but through the unspoken, the unseen, the felt. This hidden dimension of communication could fundamentally alter our understanding of ancient political maneuvering, religious devotion, and social coercion. It forces us to acknowledge that perhaps the greatest mysteries of the past are not found in the grand declarations of kings or the philosophical treatises of sages, but in the quiet, almost imperceptible language of the body. Echoes of Time invites you on this journey into the subtle world of ancient body language to uncover the silent power that shaped empires and controlled millions. Prepare to see history through an entirely new lens, one where silence truly speaks volumes. As we continue to decipher these ancient whispers, we are left to ponder, what other forgotten pages of history remain hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to learn how to truly see and how to truly hear the echoes of humanity's great, unspoken history?